Okay, run VT, Errol.
Hi. You know me? Well, most people don't, and that's why I carry this. It's a 44 Magnum. It's recognized throughout the world. When I show this, I get instant attention. Whether I'm here or out on the street, people know I'm in business.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
What the hell are you doing? Hammer. What are you doing? Hammer. Hammer. Hammer time.
There we go. Welcome, everyone. Let's just say it's Sean. Sean was here earlier. How are you, Sean? I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. So yes, tonight we're discussing Sledgehammer, which ran from 1986 to 1988. Only two seasons. And they didn't think they'd do one season. So that is what we will be discussing tonight. So it came out in America September 23rd, 1986. Yeesh, that's a long time ago. And it didn't get to the UK until September 26th, 1987. So there's Jeff. So yes, me and Jeff will be celebrating Clint Eastwood's 94th birthday tomorrow evening with the Gauntlet. His 1977. So there we go. We'll see you for that, hopefully. Evening. Hello, Turn Irish Blue. Hello, Savoy. Love the show. Oh, good. There are some people that know this. I've only seen a few episodes, but I do know Sledgehammer from his cameo in Cobra. Yes. David Rash was in Cobra as a sleazy photographer. And he was in a few other things that I can't think of right now. He has done some. He's in Succession at the moment, I believe, which I've not been watching. But hey, friends, how are you? It was quite late, yes. And on ITV, it was probably 11 p.m. in night. I think it was after Married with Children I used to watch it, but I've only seen... Back then, I only saw the second series. I missed a lot of the first season, and of course, if you missed it on TV back then, it was gone. I don't think they repeated it. And he's on time again. Well done, Ian. Points for you today. Yes, 94 years old. Hard to believe. He looks very frail and thin. I know he's filming another film at the moment, but hopefully he'll have time for cake. Hello, Andy. Love the Gauntlet and the computer game also. Yes, not that they're related. Need to dig out those DVD box sets. Yes, so like I said, it came out in America in 1986. It didn't have a VHS in the UK at least, and it didn't get a DVD release until 2002, I believe. And then a proper one with all the bells and whistles, I think it was like 2011. Oh, so Andy used to watch Sledgehammer. Yeah, cool. The episode that makes fun of Witness is a classic, yes. We'll get to some of those. I'll give you a... See if you can guess what the episode is called. They all have similar names to films. So what would Witness be? Just at the finale of Gauntlet now, got 3 bullets fired. I love it, yes. There's no way they survived that. Really miss late night TV. What's everyone's favorite late night TV shows? Well, Sledgehammer and Married with Children. I'm trying to think. Those are the two I remember on Friday evenings I used to watch. I'm sure others will tell me in the morning. Good evening. Trust me, I know I'm here. Hey, Bob. Thanks for joining us. Box Office America. Oh, that was it. I never watched Raw Power. But yeah, Box Office America was awesome. Got all my news. Well, that's where you just got news. And trailers from back in the day. Oh yeah, they're remaking the Gauntlet, aren't they? Well, we'll see. Witless, thank you. Franz knows. I remember the show being on TV, but it was past my bedtime, so I actually remember the adverts for it. And if I was sick and got out of bed at night, I got to see a bit of it in my pajamas. Nice. So what did I say? This came out, 87. So I probably saw the second season, so that's 88. So I'd have been 15, 16. Yes, the equalizers in the chat for a Sledgehammer episode. This was created by Alan Spencer, who was only 26 at the time and the youngest creator of a network television series. Now, can anyone tell me who Sledgehammer was parodying? With his Magnum. Yes, everyone behave. The Equalizer is here. I remember they kept changing the time slot for Box Office America. In the HTV region, they kept showing on Sunday afternoons at one point. Yeah, it's probably why I missed it, because who's around on a Sunday afternoon? But yeah, I used to love that show. Yes, Jeff knows. So apparently it came about because Alan Spencer had the idea in his head, but it wasn't until Sudden Impact came out that it really took form. I was never made to go to bed early, which is awesome at the time. I explained why I did so terrible at school. We might be the same. I used to do my homework on the bus ride, if I remember to do it at all. Mr. 44, yes. Oh, looks like they rejected Clint's credit card. Dirty Harry punk. Oh. He does look like Max Headroom, which is funny because he does do an impression of Max. There is a Max Headroom episode where they digitize his face and make him talk to him to brainwash him. So he does use Max Headroom. There is a lot of spoofs of other stuff in Sledgehammer. It starred David Rash, who was Sledgehammer, and Anne-Marie Martin. Now, she quit television and quit acting after this, but she did write a 90s disaster movie. Can anyone tell me what it was? And also, can anyone tell me who Harrison Page, Captain Trunk, what was he in the early 90s? It's a Van Damme film. I'll give you a clue. There you go. I'm making paper planes right now. Okay. Dirty Harry is the most obvious, but Rambo and Cobra as well. There are trailers from Hell Video where Alan Spencer talks about Rambo First Blood Part 2. Oh, that'd be interesting. No, it wasn't the Volcano films. It was Twister. See, Francis Googled. Her rather famous husband. Yes, I didn't know until today. All this time I've obviously ignored it. Who was written by in the trailers and the titles. But yes, she wrote Anne-Marie Martin, and she's also appeared in 3 horror films from the early 80s. Does anyone know what they are? They're only like uncredited or small parts, as it were. So let's see if we can get some answers in there. About 6 years ago, I stumbled on a new episode of Box Office America, and it was exactly the same, just had newer news on it. Oh, nice. That's sort of YouTube's killer off, because everyone just gets their news and off the internet and looks at trailers on YouTube, don't they? Yeah, Cobra is heavily influenced by Dirty Harry, so all these blacks to Clint in the end, yes. Elm Street. No, she wasn't in Elm Street. Close. If anyone can tell me what she played in the Young Ones TV show from 1984, yes, that Young Ones, the British one. There's a... I don't know. What can I give you? She is also in Crichton's Runaway playing a prosy. Yes. I saw that a few months ago. What the hell is she doing that? Not Coronation Street. Well, I didn't actually look that far, but she might be in Coronation Street for life. So, but yeah, Harrison Page, bless him. What's he been in? She was in Prom Night. Yes, 1980s Prom Night. She's a small part. So yes, Alan Spencer originally wrote the pilot script in 1976 as a parody of Dirty Harry 1971 and its sequels. Every network rejected it. Rejected, I should say. And executives questioned Spencer's mental health because of the exaggerated violence. Networks began showing an interest in Spencer's script after the success of Sudden Impact. There you go. Yeah, she's in the original Prom Night. Is prostitute what I think it is? Prostitute, yes, it is. Being a David myself, I always glad to see a cool actor named David. But you love Lost Boys where they just say David 100 times. So yeah, this ran 2 seasons. The producers were so convinced the show would be cancelled that they closed the first season with a Sledge accidentally destroying the city with a nuclear explosion, which he says he can disarm. when the show received a surprise renewal, the second season is set 5 years before the first. So it's called Sledgehammer the Early Years, the second season, which is a bizarre, but especially because the first episode of the first season, he gets a new partner, which is Dory Dro, a woman of all things. And then, of course, the second season, she's already his partner, but it's supposed to be set 5 years before. Crazy. When Sledge shoots at the camera, yes, thank you, Bob. It had to be off-center because shooting straight down the middle would have given old Penchers a heart attack. That's what the producer said. Yeah, he can shoot off to the side. Oh, hang on, I've got a gun here. So if I do that, it's liable to kill one of you. But if I do this, we're all right. If anyone didn't survive, let me know. She auditioned for Princess Leia. Saw her audition online years ago. You can see why she didn't get the role because she laughed all the way through it. Yeah. George Lucas can write this shit. Hey, Jim. So Jim got my quiz right earlier where I showed a picture of a lady and asked who she was. So Jim's here. Just ask Alec Baldwin. What I'm off. We're not going with Baldwin again. Hey, Mr. Dan and Horror. So, is there actually anyone who actually owns this or has seen at least 10 episodes of this show, or is it just me? Too soon, Jeff. Too soon. Yes, Jeff. Too soon. So, yeah, the pilot initially rated poorly with test audiences, but then ABC added a laugh track and then screened it a second time, and then the test audience rated it higher a second time, which shows what level of bloody level of American audiences are. That just because someone else is laughing, they thought it was better. And then, although Alan Spencer strongly protested, AB insisted that the series air with a laugh track, and then halfway through the first season they removed it. But if you get the DVD, I think it's or it might be the latest DVD in 2011. They went in and removed the laugh track because it doesn't. I don't think I've ever heard it with a laugh track. But laugh tracks are annoying. Oh, sorry, I hit Larry. Sorry, Larry. You might want to duck next time. It's just you. Just me, yeah, I thought so. Still one of my favorite Sledgehammer jokes is when they're trying to make him hate violence by showing him loads of explosions. You're like, oh, great. Can you put this out on VHS? You'd make a mint. But yeah, that one is called A Clockwork Sledge because he's watching films to reset his brain, not to remember something. I think Beetlejuice is any film where I like Baldwin. He's been a prick in most films I've seen him. To be fair, he's supposed to be a prick in most films, I think, isn't he? I do like Hunt for Red October. Glenn Glory, yeah. Glenn Ross, he's playing a prick. But he's awesome in that, even though he's only got a very small part, as it was. I watched every episode back in the day, but I don't remember much. Too many bong hits throughout the years. Well, it definitely needs a rewatch. A lot of episodes are free on YouTube, I did see earlier when I was looking for clips. One of the commentary tracks on the DVD has a mock earthquake in it. Well, yes, is it a mock earthquake, though? Because I know Jackie Chan had an earthquake in one of his commentaries, didn't he? And carried on, but they were in LA when they probably recorded it, so who knows? He is fantastic in Glengarry. That joke I mentioned, it honestly think about it once a week since I saw it. Have an uncle that had some episodes on VHS. Was that legit VHS? Was that recorded from the TV VHS? Because it didn't get a release here. So where do we get to? So yes, there's a lot. They approached Peter Gabriel to use his song Sledgehammer, which was for the title theme of the show, but the rights were proved too expensive. And apparently Peter Gabriel didn't want to make changes to the song, even though it just come out at the time. Alan Spencer wrote the role of Sledgehammer with David Rash in mind. Even though he had never seen her perform, he based his decision on seeing Rash's picture and reading reviews of his stage performances. There you go. Oh, I like the Clockwork Orange element. Didn't know that's what it was called. Yes, exactly. Well, we'll go through some of the names later. I got a list of them. See if you can guess the names of the films they're based on. That's true about Glenn Glorious, but yeah, serious douche. I do like him in 30 Rock, where he plays complete opposite of what he really is. He plays a conservative millionaire, or whatever it is. I admit, though, every time I see David Ash in something, I always think of Sledgehammer. Yeah, I don't think you can wash that off because I think he plays the president in a film called The Sentinel with Michael Douglas as a Secret Service agent that goes rogue. But yeah, so he's in that. But like you say, every time I see him, I think Sledgehammer. But I need to watch some Succession because I didn't know he's got a big part in that, which might be why he never replied to me. But yeah, because I remember every time he gets axed to death in Cobra. I was too young for bong hits Saturday. I was given grape water and Disprin. So Disprin. Now you're showing your age. It's all about the cold pull now, isn't it? I have. Oh, Bob's got both of these on original DVD. It's quite rare now. Yeah, expensive. Exactly. So that's why it's not up here at the moment because I can't get it. Yeah, legit VHS. Nice. That's awesome. Hey, Pat's here. I'm lurking. But too many good people in here had to say hi. Yes, welcome. I watched it a lot. Yeah, I used to record it off the telly and watch it a lot. Sadly, I guess by the early 90s, I lost the tapes. Which is a shame. Because, yeah, I used to tape Married with Children as well. Because once it was up, if you didn't tape it or you missed the beginning or you didn't tape the end, that was it. Never again. I wonder how much better or worse than you bet. Oh, of course he wouldn't be in it, would he? There's two people not in it: Jeffrey Jones and Baldwin and Gina Davis. I guess technically they're not needed for the story, but there we go. He was the best thing about Best Defense. Yes, he's in Best Defense. That's another one. Thank you, Jim. And the movie had Dudley Moore and Eddie Murphy in it. Total piece of shit. Yeah, that's one where they made the movie about tank design and Dudley Moore. It was a total piece of shit, so they thought we need some help. So they gave Eddie Murphy a load of cash to do a 5-minute bit where he's testing the tank, and it didn't work. Although I should get that VHS. It's probably quite good to own. The forgotten Eddie Murphy film. Yeah, when you see his 80s, there's that stinking up the middle of it. I'm going to be your Sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Yeah, I don't think it would have worked as a title theme, even though it's a Sledgehammer. I think that's why they wanted to change the words. Hang on. Can anyone tell me who composed the theme tune to Sledgehammer? And it was their first ever TV theme. There you go. Nearly every time they ask for the rights for a song, they have to use instead is the one they have to use instead is better. Yes, I think it sounds like a good idea at the time. Oh, let's do Sledgehammer. That's a new song that's out. Yeah, Rash was the best thing about the Best Defense. He's like a more unhinged Sledge, if you can believe that. No, I can't, because as much as Sledgehammer says he's going around killing people and busting punks and stuff, he's only killed one person, and it's off screen in the whole 2 seasons. He usually shoots guns out of hands or shoots things to fall on people. He never actually shoots anyone. They try to do the Ludovico technique on Sledgehammer, but he just enjoys watching the violent clips with a big smile on his face. Yeah, he's not turning on this. Hey, Matt's on Twitter. What's at a petrol station? Funny how you say Police Squad, because although Police Squad came out first, the Naked Gun films came out after this came out, and they copied. There's a hijacking of a student car in Sledgehammer, and other jokes and slight guys that originated in Sledgehammer found their way into the first Naked Gun movie. So Sledge drives the same style green car, as Drebin, and then Sledgehammer always crashes when he just comes into the car. He's either bins, police cars, or something. He always crashes, just like Drebin. So there is a lot of similarities, but I'm not sure about what happened in the Police Squad show. It's been a while since I've seen it, actually. I think he got the Sledge role because of Spencer liked him in Defense. That makes sense, because if he's playing deranged, it's like Harrison Page here, who is in I was going to say, which is it? Which name shall I use? Lionheart, Wrong Bet, AWOL, Leon from 1990. He was in there. and done a few things since. But yes, Anne-Marie Martin, who was in Prom Night, The Boogans, and Halloween 2. She has a small part in the middle of the town when she gives someone a lift, or I think it's one of the nurses. She has to give her a lift. But as for the young ones with Rick Mayall and Adrian Emerson, she is Victoria Principals, or blonde with big tits, uncredited. So if you remember the episode, it's a Dallas-style opening. And then she's leaning over a typewriter and her tits are doing the typing. There you go. There's information you never needed. Bit of old ultra-violence, a real horror show, yes. My favorite Elvis episode is the Elvis impersonator, yeah. Most of the time he has to go undercover, or one of them has to go undercover in a situation. And then Sledge has to pretend to be Elvis. So he starts off really crap and then gets better. Hey, Nos is here. I hope you're feeling better. Yes, a nice guest house Paradiso Blu-ray. That'd be nice. That's coming out soon, apparently. The outcome of that episode involves a hilariously special effect that's meant to be... Oh, it's meant to be bad. I watched them all this week, but because I watched them all in bulk, they all blurred into each other. I actually paid to see Best Defense theatrically. Idiot. Jimmy, and Jim. That's actually quite good, because not many people can say that, considering how hard it bombed. I remember it being on, I think it was a CIC release. It was on so many trailers because they were desperate for people to watch it. It was Danny Elfman. Well done, Sean. I need a proper round of applause button, don't I, instead of a sarcastic one. But yeah, Danny Elfman's first gig. It's probably I was getting the full treatment. Yeah, Sledgehammer season 1 is on 35mm film. Season 2 they slashed the budget, so they only filmed on 60mm. So that's a make it look cheaper. No, actually, it did look cheaper. I'm so glad I managed to keep some of my VHS as a boy, but gutted any of it I've lost over the years. Same here, because none of the collection I have now is my original one, which is a damn shame. Oh, he's found the DVD. He's found my Series TV 2 DVD box set as well. Thank God for that. Well done. I need to pick it up. Danny Elfman, see, Bob knows as well. It was only me that didn't notice, because he'd done so many. Was it Tales of the Crypt, Simpsons, 100 others, Beetlejuice, of course. Batman's already said it, Bob. Well, there is a delay. I think it's like 60 seconds between you typing it and sending it and me seeing it. Indicator of releasing a Blu-ray. Not sure if anyone is releasing a 4K. Of all the films, I don't think it needs a 4K, but I thought it was on Blu-ray already, but I was obviously wrong. I think Sledge has a bit more character depth. Depth as character than Drebin. The last episode of Sledgehammer is quite sad. It's very short on laughs, but we'll get to that in a minute. He will, yeah. Yeah, he played Van Damme's buddy who had the wrong bet. Lionheart, that's him. Because when he auditioned for the role, he read it. He thought the character would be exasperated and very angry and shouting all the time. And that's why he got the part, because he's perfect. Hammer! Well, while I've got you all here, I'll just play the thing at the beginning, because it's...
Hi. You know me? Well, most people don't, and that's why I carry this. It's a 44 Magnum. It's recognized throughout the world. When I show this, I get instant attention. Whether I'm here or out on the street, people know I mean business.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
What the hell are you doing? Hammer, what are you doing? Hammer, hammer. Hammer time.
So, yes, there we go. I do love Harrison Page's shouting, Hammer! Because it's always a black captain in the 80s, wasn't it? So, his catchphrase is, trust me, I know what I'm doing. But do you know what the original catchphrase was supposed to be? And then I'll find out where I jumped the thing. I always get this mixed up with Mike Hammer just because of the Stacy Keach shows. Yes, Yes, Mike Hammer was a serious detective series at the same time. I think they did movies mostly, but yeah, Stacey Keach was in it. The police got joke where he says, "How many fingers I'm holding up?" And he says, "Thursday is one of the best jokes of all time." That is true. The Boogans, holy shit, I haven't seen since I was a kid. Yes, I've had to track it down to watch it probably tomorrow now because I gotta sit through the Turtles 2 tonight because we're doing that Saturday with Alan Lucard. But yeah, I will watch the Boogans tomorrow when I got more time. Oh, actually, I don't have more time because I'm doing Gauntlet now. But yeah, look, it's him, the man who whole bets on Attila. Yes, right. How dare he? It was up and down to see if the last track should be included. Yeah, because they had to get some audio technical whiz to fiddle with it, so it wasn't obvious. Where else we get to? So there were three other characters that had regular appearances, but weren't in all episodes. Leslie Morris played Officer Mayjoy, and Patty Tipo was Officer Daly. And then you had Kurt Paul as Coroner Norman Blates with an L. Now, Kurt Paul, who played Norman Blates, which is a reference to someone called Norman Bates, he played Psycho in Anthony Perkins' Psycho, in 1960. Paul was Paul Perkins' stunt double in Psycho 2 and 3, and also appeared in Psycho 4: The Beginning. He has also played the role of Norman Bates in a 1987 film, Bates Motel. I remember this poster for that where he's holding up the keys and the Bates Motel sign is in the background. I never seen it though. Yep, I remember that from Lionheart trailer. Yep. Her tits are doing the typing. Yes, I just know those things could do more than women lets on. They're not just for fun there and dancing, Jeff. Series 2 box set has top 10 questions about Sledgehammer. Oh, see, that's why I need to get there. Would have been useful tonight. The Boogans sounds exactly what comes out of my granddaughter's nose. Yes. I know you think of me as some sort of booger man. Was it a mechanical typewriter or keyboard? Impressive if it's a typewriter. They need quite some force to type. Oh, everyone's going to be looking at that tonight, aren't they? It was, as far as I can remember, it was a word processor of the time. So it was half typewriter, half keyboard. Still needed some good pressure on it. Yeah, then I paid to see Gigli, sorry, not Jiggly. Theatrically, it was in cinemas for one weekend. When I went, there were only two other people, young girls there. They were there for the Affleck. They weren't there because it was good. Because poor old Jeff has to review it because Al Pacino has a small part in it. I even like Best Defense. It's probably all right. It's just considering the talent involved, it should have been better. Oh yes, there you go. And he paid to see Jack and Jill. Wasn't that your first Pacino film in the cinema, Jeff? Raw reference. Sledgehammer used to, hey, I forget how are you. Used to be shown on ITV really late, yes, 11 p.m. And my dad recorded it during the 80s. Then I used to watch it the next day during my primary school years. Yeah. Good old 80s. Super violent cop. Threatened to kill everyone. I would rather watch Best Defense again than GD. So would I. I saw GD once a couple of years ago and I thought, there's a reason it didn't do well. Murphy was on a roll back then. Who knew Best Defense was a bomb? Yeah, luckily that thing died and disappeared before anyone had. Oh, it does sort of riff on the airplane games. Yeah, it's like airplane films too. It is definitely that sort of humor. I accidentally watched the last episode of Quantum Leap on ITV one morning. Saddest thing ever. Yeah, it's an odd ending, and what was it, 5-6 seasons he did, and then suddenly he doesn't get to go home. Don't start me off. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. So yeah, that's his catchphrase. What was the original? Does anyone know? I was trying to get a girl to like me, failed miserably. Yeah, it wasn't to be. Did Sledgehammer do more than 2 seasons? I see them in CX. I never checked the TV section at CX. I need to get it. I'm going to tomorrow and have a look. But yeah, see if I can beat you to it there, Nos. His catchphrase, yes, that's it. But the original catchphrase was, I'm crazy, but I know what I'm doing. Except the studio that said you can't say I'm crazy. People get upset. One of the ones that made me think of that lady that smashes unopened tall cans of beer with her jugs. Is it the dictator with the Ali G character? And he fights her and she's trying to beat him to death with her tits. Yes, MC Hammer had to be done. Hammer time. I was thinking of that guy that starts. Oh, nice, good old Raw. Pun intended. Now everyone's going to be looking at that. I heard You Can't Touch This in McDonald's the other day. First time I've heard the song in many years. Yes, doesn't get much airplay anymore. Not that. I prefer. Was it Too Legit to Quit? Whatever it is. Yes, this was a spoof of similar to Police Squad and Airplane, but of Dirty Harry. So, what was the 80s TV show that was a more serious TV show version of Dirty Harry? Yeah, Go Ninja, Go Ninja. We will be singing or rapping Go Ninja Go tomorrow. Apparently, Al has got the Vanilla Ice hair ready. His partner, that's it. It works better without the laugh track. Exactly. You got to be pretty lame to like a laugh track. And his boss, that's it. That's in the picture. Yeah, Quantum Leap had a great intro music. It had like, and then it changed and got really serious. Yeah. Or better, I tell you. Nice one, Larry. Oh, take care, Jim. If you're still here and haven't missed you, take care. Good, have a good one. The most memorable episode I remember is Sledgehammer's ex-wife. Yes, she makes an appearance in the very last episode, and there's not much comedy in it because his best friend comes to visit his best friend from high school comes to visit, and then he finds out he's a lawyer because he's getting off someone that Sledge is arrested, and then finds out when they get together he's going to marry his ex-wife. No, I mentioned this again, but there's a very funny reference to Ishtar in one of the later Sledgehammer episodes. Oh, do tell, friends. The 80s Bates Motel is pretty good. It's kind of sweet and a couple of freaky, scary parts. I've always meant to check it out. I will now. Oh, now Heap Savoy paid to see Genie as well. Why would that be? Why would anyone go to see Genie? Gobble gobble. What's an Alps keyboard? I didn't get a good look. Yeah, it was his first Pacino film. Fuck's sake. Yes, unfortunately, yes. Geely is directed by the guy that did Beverly's Cop, Sensible Woman, and Midnight Run. So I don't know what happened. And then, unfortunately, I don't think he did much else after. Did Sledgehammer have a bit of Hunter vibes, perhaps, or is it just Hunter is very derivative of every cop show? Hunter was basically Dirty Harry, the TV show. And of course, that ran for about 5 seasons, had some TV movies in the 90s. But yeah, this was spoof Dirty Harry, and then Hunter was Dirty Harry light. Kick the gun over, forget his side bomb. I never kick a friend when he's down. Yeah. He did love the gun a lot. Of course, he talked to the gun and had a little satin pillow next to him on the bed. But apparently, David Rash, during breaks, Rash would sometimes stay in character and speaking to the 44 Magnum prop like it was like Sledge would. Whether he was doing it for fun or it was actually method acting, who knows. But according to Alan Spencer, the gun was named Gun, was later stolen in real life and used in a robbery. So, we'll get to some recognizable faces that appeared in it. I think Insomnia was mine. Not sure why I didn't see Any Given Sunday, as I remember liking the trailer. I still haven't seen Any Given Sundays. I've upset Jeff. And I was old enough to see it at that point. There you go. I wish Insomnia could be mine. At least it's a real quality one. That is true. I saw Insomnia in the cinema too. Not sarcastic. I really love that one either. Yeah. I love how Odeon always showed films like that flop like Gigli and Honest The All Saints film. Yeah, I have to read that again because I forget. The All Saints film was called Honest. Because wasn't it Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics directed that? And you've got the All Saints in the film, and they don't have one topless scene. What a pointless. That's why I never went to see it. MC Hammer was massive in the early 90s, and then nothing. I think people just got sick of him. But he became a reverend, didn't he, for real? Because what was his second album? It was all had the choir in it and everything. So maybe it's after he lost all his money. Yes. Hunter's catchphrase. Shit, what was it? I was going to say, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Works for me. That's what Hunter's was. Works for me. But yeah, Hunter was a great show. It probably will come up at some point. Didn't he become simply known as Hammer? Yeah, he wasn't MC Hammer. Then was it? He did Addams Family. He's got a cameo in Last Action Hero to do the Jack Slater soundtrack. I'm genuinely chuffed that you know Too Legit Hand Earthing. I did have that album. I didn't have his first album, but I did enjoy. We got to pray. But back when music was music. Insomnia is great. One of the few remakes I like more than the original. It's also kind of forgotten about nowadays compared to other Nolan films. Yes, everyone remembers his bigger films. Yeah. I've not seen this, Tommy. Oh, I think this might be right up your alley. Check out some episodes. They're not in any order. They're just episode of the week. You don't need to know anything happens. But if you want to see a spoof Dirty Harry, there you go. It's on YouTube. Some of the episodes. Hey, Gregor's here too. Welcome, Gregor. I generally have to check out films that people... Yeah, see, this is the thing. People check out films that are terrible. This kind of a life's mission. You tell someone, that's the best film ever. It's changed my life. People will think, nah, I won't bother. You tell people, that's the worst piece of shit ever. I'm never going to watch it again. I hate that I even saw it. They'll go and watch it straight away. Yeah, me neither. I feel like I missed out. Yes, you have, Michael. Welcome, anyway. I once went into game and bought Wiki Wow Wow West from the guy behind the counter tried to stop me. Yeah, of all my collections I picked up, I haven't picked up Wow Wow West apart from a pirate copy from the cinema. So shows what people thought of the film. They didn't buy it. 80s were a wild time. Yes. Yes, Larry. Have we worked out a film for June, Larry? Something from 89, perhaps? Let me know. He looks like a douche in Cobra, and he hits on Bridget in the Robot Show. Yeah, whatever fashion thing that's supposed to be. Yeah, it says, sleep with me and I'll make you go places. There's an episode of Knight Rider called Halloween Night that's got a Norman Bates style character in and an actual psycho house in it also. Oh, cool. I have to check that out. Halloween, that might be good. Some TV episodes. 80 shows. Oh, Tommy Gunn cannot stand Robin Williams. His comedy, his serious acting, anything? That's because that's him. Yeah, he's apparently a really nice guy who won't reply to me. Works for me. Yeah, Ian knows it. At least two of the All Saints got them out in the film Honest. Oh, I never knew that. Right. Know what I'm doing later. I always assumed they didn't do anything. That's why it bombed. No wonder he looks like him. He was one of the crooked... That's it. Thank you, Michael. He was an Innocent Man, which is a 1989 film with Tom Selleck as a man that's innocent and framed by corrupt cops David Rash and someone else, and goes to prison and then, of course, comes out for revenge. But it's not a violent revenge flick as such, because I think it's only a 15. But it's a good thriller. Bill Hicks did a routine on Hammer. He danced like a sand grab. If only I had room to dance in here. I forgot about that. Yeah, he's a great prick in that. He's like one of those actors that always plays a bastard, but then it's really nice in real life. Yeah, he gets axed in that one. Yeah, it's a damn shame I can't get to talk to him. I'm going to talk about the... because I'm guessing he had a very brutal death in the original Cobra cut. Because I think he just gets a... I don't know if you even see the axe hit him. He just gets an axe swung at him, and he falls down, and then I think they pound at him off camera. But yeah, I guess because he's doing Succession now, he's too good for the likes of my channel. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's got talent agents and lawyers and legal representation. I remember the A Hunter episode with Vernon Wells as a mercenary. Good old Vernon. That's probably a good one to check out. And yeah, I do need to watch Hunter. Maybe that's a future 80s TV show. Yeah, he's so hateable in that one. Selleck kicked the shit out of him in the end. Good old Selleck. Hey, Don's here. See, someone used to love Sledgehammer, still doesn't. Oh, yes, there were some comic books. I think they only ran about two comic books, and then they stopped doing them. Yes, I'm glad it's not just me. I finally found someone that knows the whole series. Don. Yes, Dune. There aren't many infamous bad films just being made today, just overbroad medical ones. That is true. Though I never saw The Fanatic with John Travolta. I need a shit. That looked like great badness. Yeah, I don't know. You think there's so many great scripts out there, yet all the bad films get made. And then Hollywood filters out all the entertaining stuff. You know, it also reminds me a bit of Aidan Quinn. I can see Aidan Quinn in him. Yeah. Night Owl and the Cat Dude are in there. Oh, yes. The lads are in the house. So they'll be live at probably too late for me tomorrow night on either of their channels. So it's Night Owl and the Horror Cat Lad. Yes, lots of good options for 89 films. Great year for interesting films, indeed. So, because coming up, we've got, I'm doing a video on 89 and 2 live streams showing off tapes of films from 89 with Mama Pop's video store. That's coming up. And also counting down the top 200 films of 1989 in 2 parts. One in June, one in July. Wait, not Peter Gabriel. Oh, what gave it away? Hey, Al. So, yes, Al will be on the channel Saturday night for Turtles 2. See if we can get Vanilla Ice involved. The other Crooked Cop film was Friday 5 and Last Crusade. Yep. The theme of the 1990s, 89. Howdy, Jeff. Oh, shit. I jumped the chat. Which is better? Please, Hammer, don't hurt them. Or Cool as Ice. Oh, now you're asking. Hammer. Oh, see? Always the opposite. Cool as Ice. Yeah, I've not got Ice's film. Was that called Cool as Ice? When he's a bad boy that goes to a small town. Yeah, he apparently acted a bit more originally. Yeah, everyone had a more violent death in the original, didn't they? Oh, only bit of fanatic I've seen is Charles Travolta running with moose antlers on his head. What was he thinking? The last time I watched this man on Talking Pictures, and they left all the swearing in. Each Sledge even drops a C-bomb at some point, but they lowered the sound for the racial. How are you supposed to show people are bastards if you can't put the racials in? But yes, spoilers. Tango Cash is #1 film of 1989. And it's not one of these. Which will be the display for June. Turtle suit. I don't know why I suggest it. I know me and it's a, well, I guess 2 years ago, Al and I did the first film. But I've got to watch Turtles 2 twice in 24 hours, 40 hours. 1989, great film for year, great year for films yet. Last Crusade, Sex, Lies, and Videotape, The Cook, The Thief, The Wife, and His Lover. Now, The Cook, The Thief, and Wife, and His Lover might not be on any lists I saw. So it might just have been a UK release. If it's Tango, it's Cash. If it isn't Tango, it's Cash. Cash, Tango, Cash. Can't go wrong. Tango, Cash. Can watch that one anytime. Exactly. Fletch Lives. Yeah. That's another one. Oh, Michael saw that on the Innocent Man on that channel too. And there's obvious when they dipped. Yeah. Crazy. Oh, thank you, Andy. Yes. It was specially just for you. Thank you, Adam. Very kind of you. Hey, Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie. Hello, Jamie. Right, same channel. I left all the in Rita, Sue, and Bob 2 intact. Oh, that's problematic nowadays, Michael. But welcome, Jamie. So, let's see. There's some famous people that appeared in Sledgehammer. Brian James, of course, from Tango and Cash. Just a bloody dud. Richard Moll from Everything. Patrick Wayne, he that was Sinbad and John Wayne's son, who plays Sledge's brother. Turns out he's not. Spoilers. Adam Ant, who was starting his acting career after doing some singing. Prince Charming. Davy Jones of the Monkees plays a record executive of a punk band that he hates. Mark Rolston, who was he in Aliens and Lethal Weapon and I think plays a corrupt policeman. John Vernon, who was in Animal House and was it one of the Dirty Harrys? I can't remember which one he's in, but and then Judy Aronson, who plays his daughter in an episode, was she's from Weird Science, and you see her naked in, what did we watch the other day? Friday the 13th, Part 4. She's the one in the dinghy. Still looks good. Clint Howard, he's in another episode. Gene LaBelle, stuntman extraordinaire, is in another episode. He plays an archbishop who's going to be assassinated by Adam Ant. And Sledge has a fight with him, so that's why they cast Gene LaBelle because he can take a punch or two. Sid Haig is in the RoboCop episode. Armin Shimmerman from Deep Space Nine and other stuff. Kurt Fuller, who's from Ghostbusters 2. Sarah Douglas, who was in Superman 2 as one of the bad guys. And finally, Brent Spiner is uncredited as a soldier in one episode. I didn't spot him. And Bill Bixby, who played, I can remember what it's from The Incredible Hulk. He is Bruce Banner, no David Banner, because that's to rename it because Bruce Banner sounds gay. So yeah, he appears in one episode and he directed some others. So where did we get to? The same channel left all the. Oh yeah, done that one. I was trying to. Jamie's here. My favorite line from Tango Cash. We've only got 11 minutes. Yeah, the Raiders scored 3 touchdowns in 11 minutes. Exactly. Plenty. So everyone's saying hey to Jamie. Jamie's saying how back. I've never watched it. Like you said, I might have seen it back in the day. I do remember the guy that gets cooked, and you see his Todger. That ending still haunts me. It's definitely one of those films that stays with you. In the USA, the Cook the Wife. There you go. That's probably why it didn't appear on my list. It's released in 1990, as Roger Ebert put in his top 10 for 1990, and Barry Norman put it in his. Yeah, there's a few British films, but I didn't see that one. So I guess it only counted on the list I saw because of the American list. Worst line is either the clock works backwards or someone activated a bomb. Having those famous cameos like makes Sledgehammer a bit like Columbo, where the guest star is always the killer. That is true. Yeah, Adam Ant was the killer. Patrick Wayne was the bad guy. Brian James was the bad guy. Mark Rolston was the bad guy. Judy Aronson was a bad guy. Sid Haig was sort of a bad guy. Yeah, so yeah, it was Columbo-esque. And yeah, goody two shoes. Don't drink, don't drive. What do you do? He tried to be an actor. It didn't take off, but yeah, this is the one thing I remember him from. He appeared in quite a few TV shows back in the late 80s, and he a couple of horror films, I believe he did as well. Yes, the word wanker is uttered in one of the episodes because it isn't considered a rude term in America. Yes, but Spencer put it in there on purpose. It's always like Married with Children. It's Peggy Wanker was her maiden name. So I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but I always got a laugh from me anyway. But yeah, I think it's the a punk group that's killed, and I think they're British punk group, so they're allowed. Yes, I forgot to wear my Al Bundy shirt because it was the 80s TV show. That reminds me of Al Bundy's 4 touchdowns, not in one season, in one game, exactly. In high school football. I never understood that whole thing about Bruce being a gay name. No. I don't know if it's where they got it from, because what was it? Late 70s Incredible Hulk, so. Bruce Lee, who's the most absolute badass, non-gay that we know of. John Vernon was the prisoner sworn with a hot tub in chained heat. Yes, he is. It's amazing what films he appeared in. He was usually the mayor or police chief or something, wasn't he? And then he'd turn up in anything. Because what did I watch yesterday? Charlie Varick. He was a mob consigliere or something like that. Sig Haid is a legend. Yeah, bless him. He did turn up in everything. They needed a hand. Bundy's the bad guy. Well, if you watch Miami Vice, you will see Ed O'Neill is a real bad guy. And then if you check out I think it's called Popeye Doyle. He plays a French Connection character on a TV movie. Bloody dad. Brian James, a bad guy, Perish the Thoughts. Yes, because 89 also had House 3, the horror show, which I think he's in, isn't he? Is he in that? Or am I misremembering stuff now? I'm in the fourth. Anyone remember that film where Adam Ant played a vampire? There it is. I remember referencing that in the early 90s. Yes, so did I. No, that's the horror film I was thinking of where he played something. Yes, when ITV showed the US version, TV version of Tango Cash, Wanker was left in. And there you go. It's not really a bad word in the UK, I don't think. Bruce Forsyth was all man. That he was. No one outside the UK or under 30 is going to know that. Oh, yeah, the wanker name for Peg is absolutely intentional. I'd imagine it is, because it's such a word that you never just make up as a surname. Bruce Forsyth, Bruce Campbell, yeah. Bill Bixby directed on the show, yes, a nice tribute to him. That's nice, because, yeah, he did turn director and a lot of stuff he was in. That's nice. Vernon, that's it. Curtains, he's in as well. Yes, thank you, Michael Mars. Vernon, I keep going to say Vernon Wells, but no, it's John Vernon. Wasn't it changed to You Foolish Wanker for the TV edit? How stupid can you get? How silly can you get? Oh, yeah. And he tells the bad guys to go fuck an iceberg in Savage Streets. He was cool. Bruce, the mighty Atom Forsyth. Exactly. I'm trying to think of a non-straight Bruce. I think it was changed to Foolish Annie. Yes, Curtains with Samantha Egger. Yes, I watched that because that's that one with the weird old lady mask, isn't it? Where she's ice skating. 1986, that's it. Popeye Doll TV movie. Yeah, I think it got screened one time on ITV in the mid-90s. Exactly. Yes, that's probably when I watched it because big Married with Children fan, so I was watching everything he was in because Ed O'Neill's in the John Hughes film. That's where they go cross country, and it's not on not Planes, Trains and Automobiles, but it is a set at Thanksgiving. Driving Me Crazy. It's in the UK. It's Dutch in the US, which he always makes fun of. Bruce Box. Yeah, Bruce Box Leitner. You don't. That's enough. All straight guys, I'm sure. Actually, grateful that no horror stories came out. Yeah, that is nice that Bruce stayed a nice guy after he died. Because he was in the, I guess, 60, 70 years in the business. Bruce Barris. Bloody hell. Dutch, yes, yeah. I still can't go over. I stumbled on Bruce Forsyth's sitcom where there was an asteroids arcade machine in it. Is that the supermarket one he did? Yes, Linda Blair in the bath in Savage used to make me feel funny. Used to, it still does. Yeah, it's an awesome scene. It's totally irrelevant, but God bless her. Bruce Willis die on with an erection. Well, if you've watched, what is it? The Jackal, Bruce kisses a man in that. Yes, Old Lady Mask. She roller skates in once. That's roller skates, not ice skates. That's got such a bad rap. It's not that bad. No, it's not. I think people were disappointed it's not Planes, Trains and Automobiles, even though it's two people cross-country driving, get into trouble to get home for Thanksgiving. But apart from that, it's its own film. Oh, shit. Looks like I won the Cannonball Run 2 VHS. So look like that will be a future watch party. I thought. Luckily, I won it. Only £2. Channel 5 original Cannonball Run. Not bad. I was once informed the most effective method for delaying was to envisage Brucey curling out to turn over a grass table. That will do it. That will stop anything. Ed O'Neill was actually in Cruising. Oh, with Al Pacino. Never noticed him until it was pointed out. I bet he looks very young in that and has hair. Linda Bartheb, seen in Streets, is superb. I actually bought a cheap copy of Dutch Blu-ray the other day. It's going for the same prices on eBay, but because it's a Fox film. Oh, so that means it's a Disney film now? Bruce Forsyth is in Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I keep forgetting that because I don't watch it much. Yes, Bruce Boxleitner. I can never know how it's going. From Tron. Oh, of course, he was in Scarecrow Mrs. King, which is sort of, I guess, like a True Lies of its day. Hey, Dr. Impossible is here. He might have seen Sledgehammer. Someone, apart from me and Don. Bruce Jenner. Oh, now we found the problem. Of Dutch, not the Dutch. We hate the Dutch. We love Dutch. Evening Dark. Yes. Right. I'll catch up and then we'll go through some other stuff. Imagining Bruce in this situation, I think, would do more than delay. Yeah, it might cause some limpness. Hang on. Phil Collins is in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I seem to remember that now. There's another one I haven't seen in a long time because it's like 2.5 hours. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So, yes, Bill Bixby directed 8 episodes of Sledgehammer. Back to the situation in hand of the second season. And Jackie Cooper, who is Perry White from the Superman films in the 80s, directed 4 other episodes. Who's the Bruce in Reanimator? Good evening, Mr. Bond from the Netherlands. You could watch season 2 before season 1, as it is actually a prequel, yes. So season 2 is not going to be made. That is true, yes. So there you go. Any episode you can watch because I don't think any of them are connected. No. It's a little too effective. Yeah, I've gone slack now. So Jack, Bruce, Phil Collins, and Pico mentioned that, and the stream isn't even about Genesis. Good point. Thank you, Savoy. Bruce Abbott was in Reanimator. There you go. Bruce Forsyth, higher or lower than a 6. It's an 8. Right. So, season 1 has an episode called Under the Gun, where violence-prone Sledgehammer, I should say, it came out on Tuesday, September 23rd, 1986, is assigned to head up the investigation when the mayor's daughter is abducted. That's the John Vernon and Judy Aronson. She's the daughter that goes with the terrorist side of it. Gets all Stockholm syndrome, as in Stockholm, Helsinki. She's abducted, and he particularly objects to the requirement that he work with a female detective, Dori Duro. So yes, even though she's a kick-ass person herself, she can handle herself. Episode 2, Hammer Gets Nailed. A local TV newscaster creates a bitter public feeling towards the police department when he reports and editorializes adversely on what he sees during a day-long ride with Sledge and Dory. So yeah, an episode of cop style thing there. Witless. So when an organized crime boss puts the price on his head, Sledge is able to take refuge with a peace-loving Maninote farmer and his daughter. So if you've seen Witless, you'll have a lot of fun with that episode. It's got some good references in that. And then episode 4, they shoot hammers, don't they? As in, they shoot horses, don't they? Film from the 70s. Prison escapee John Cogan commandeers a bus and launches a one-man wave of crime and violence, pledging to stop only if Sedge agrees to meet him in a one-to-one gunfight. Who turns out to be his ex-partner that he sent to jail for taking money. Dory Day Afternoon. Jeff might know which film that's referencing. Sledge and Dory find themselves in a hostage situation as a result of a foiled bank robbery. To Sledge with Love. Sledge is assigned to bring order to a notoriously dangerous local high school that is dominated by 4 young, tough youths who supply stolen cars to a crime boss. So that's more of a lean on me situation. And like it says, To Sir with Love, it's spoofing with them. I forget his name. Someone tell me. All shook up, Sledge goes undercover to learn why Elvis impersonators are being systematically murdered with a gold microphone. That is a good one. There's so many Elvis references in films and TV shows back in the day, especially that Married with Children, where Al sweats Elvis. Over my dead bodyguard. The commissioner personally assigns Sledge to guard Captain Trunk in order to ensure the captain's safety until he is able to provide critical testimony before a grand jury. So you can imagine what that goes like. Magnum Farce. You might know that one. Sledge becomes even more violent than usual in an attempt to infiltrate a group of vigilante police officers who are executing recently acquitted criminal defendants. If I Had a Little Hammer, Sledge and Dory pose as a well-to-do child's couple in an attempt to catch a pair of thieves who steal babies and sell them prospective parents with ready cash. That's the one with Brian James in as a limp-wristed cameraman, as it were. That's him, Bruce Abbott, brother of Russ, I presume. Good old Russ Abbott. Is he still with us? What an atmosphere with Stuart Craigs. Brucey always had what I believe was known as dolly birds on Play Your Cards, right? Yeah, imagine getting away with that now. Here's my dolly birds. Maybe I should get some from the channel. Although there'd have to be hookers from Western Superman. That's not going to be pretty. Oh, yeah, I know what that's referencing. Dollies, do your dealing. Yeah. Yeah. I love how Desmond Connor married his assistant on Take Your Pick. She must have been in her early 20s at the time. Good old Des. Sidney Poitier was in Sir With Love. Thank you, Michael Mars. Brucey really did enjoy dining at the Pum Pum Buffet. He only dated Miss Worlds. Nice. Dang, no, I've got... now I've got Sledgehammer stuck in my head. Yeah, that's going to be with you for the weekend. Thank you. Thank you, everyone else, Jamie. Oh, yeah, that is true. Poitier directed Ghost Dad with Bill Cosby. You got to wonder how some of these films get made. So someone has an idea, someone okays the money for it, someone makes it, and hundreds of people read the script and not think, maybe we shouldn't make this. I always feel sad that Des O'Connor had his career ruined by people saying he couldn't sing. He was pretty good. Well, if you look into any charity shop, he's got tens of albums. Russ Abbott had a great delivery, but dreadful material. Well, Russ Abbott was the one that did the UK version of Married Children. It only lasted a few episodes, luckily. It was bad. What was the episode where Dory passed as a model? She was very scantily clad in that one. Yeah, if you like Anne-Marie Martin, she is in a lot of lingerie in this episode that I'll be talking about in a minute. Bruce Bilson directed 2 episodes of Sledgehammer. He directed The Fall Guy and Scarecrow. Let me look at this Bruce Bilson. Sounds like an interesting fella. I should get to know. Is he still with us? Bruce Bilson. Oh, there he is. Oh, he is. Did $6 Million Man, The Sentinel, Odd Couple, Get Smart. No contacts. And he's too old for social media. But the last thing he did was 2007. Well, that's a shame. Oh no, last television he directed was Viper in 1999. He's done Love Boat, The Next Wave. Touched by an Angel, which is all sorts of wrong now. But yeah, he's done a lot of TV like Alan J. Levy. But unfortunately, I can't find any contact details. Russ is still apparently alive. I could have sworn he'd been in the dust. He must be as old as Clint by now. When I worked at HMV in Stoke, people said Russ Abbott used to shop there where he did pantomime down the road. I should, because Christmas is here. There's usually someone in town doing panto. I should track them down one day. Yeah, oh yes, because Patty did Stir Crazy. Yeah, Stir Crazy's up here and then Ghost Dad's on the floor somewhere. Bella Emberg has passed on. Yeah, she was old in the 80s. But Bella Emberg, Wonder Woman, has given me a fetish. Because that's because all her fans have probably died. Yes, yeah, might be thinking of Bella. I was kind of hoping that Fall Guy movie would lead to a full Blu-ray box set of the series, but seeing the film isn't doing well. I don't know. I think it's picked up with word of mouth in the cinemas, so it's making money. And then streaming is popular, but streaming doesn't make money, does it? But it might get a sequel. It might go straight to Netflix. I don't know. We'll see. I wouldn't mind a sequel. It was quite fun. There you go. Stir Crazy is on the way with Indicator. Apparently, there are 2 cuts of the film from Sony. If that's true, then that would be interesting. I did not know there were 2 cuts. Russ Abbott and Desicono had dueling characters in Hamlet's car adverts. I think that rings a bell. Yes, everything is flopping now. Yes, even good stuff. Wow, there's good stuff like Fall Guy, but there's not great stuff, is there anymore? Cosby's Leonard Part 6 is utterly bizarre. Yes, great scene of Cosby riding a claymation ostrich. Yeah, I never fancied. I remember the tape coming out of Leonard Part 6, but I never watched. I never watched Ghost Dad because that looks shit as well. They only released the first 2 series of Fall Guy on DVD because of poor sales. That's probably why I can't find it. I think it's 5 seasons. Damn shame. Yeah, 2 cuts of Stir Crazy. What could they? Is it longer? Is it different? Love Boat. The Next Wave is a great name. Yeah, it's a great idea. Alucard's new video is out about one of his mini documentaries. If you want to check that out, apparently so. Yes, very interesting to see a second cut. I still can't get over there with Love Boat action figures. Yeah, because Love Boat, if you've ever watched it, if you watch it now, it's a who's who of people who have gone on to better things. Yeah, Furiosa was starring us off on its ass because it's like people are saying it's all right, but it's not as good as Fury Road or Mad Max 2. But yeah, it's because it says it's a Mad Max. What is it? Saga. So people are disappointed there's no Mad Max in it. And it's 40 minutes of 10-year-old Furiosa before it even gets to 20-something Furiosa. Anne-Marie Martin used to be married to Michael Crichton. I did not know that. That might be why she was a Brosy in Runaway, which is a great Michael Crichton film. Vague memory of Russ Abbott tape my sister had with a Spectrum game on the B-side. That's how you did things back in the day. One side you Russ Abbott comedy or you singing, and then you get a game on the other side. There is no good stuff. Yeah. It was only announced today that the Confession set will be out in July. The box set will include a 2K scan of Rosie Dixon Night Nurse. I'm hoping that's because I don't know if it's a watered down version of Rosie Dixon Night Nurse, because the trailer I saw back in the 80s always offered a 18 certificate Rosie Dixon Night Nurse, but whatever I saw was like a PG cut. But yeah, full Confessions movie. I wonder if Asquith is doing commentaries on those. Ian says, I almost asked your interview guest last night about his words directing Bill Cosby, but I thought you may not appreciate it. Thank you, Ian. Yeah. He would have probably just said he doesn't want to talk about it, but it would be... yeah, stuff like that is a tricky conversation. I like Russ Abbott's album with tracks by Val Hoonigan and the Four Bottoms. The Crow is out. Oh, I was going to say the Crow is out already, but no, it's the old version. That's a good point. I think I asked Alex Proyas for a chat. I have to double check on that if I did or not. But he seems to be pretty cool. That is interesting about Stir Crazy. Have you seen the interview with the very high Richard Pryor slagging off Wilder on the set of Crazy? No, that sounds interesting. No, when I read Return of the Jedi never made a profit, I struggled to believe any movie was a flop. Well, yeah, it's the same with Coming to America. Was the top 3 film of the year, made a shitload of money, but they say it never made a profit because of Eddie Murphy. Took a lot of money. So yeah, you got to wonder how much they paid for his entourage. Love Boat reminds me of Demolition Man. Yeah, when he hears this theme, rough boat taking another trip in Bullock's Pad. Hang on, in Bullock's Pad. Okay, it's not a euphemism. If the pandemic never happened, I still think Furiosa would struggle. Yeah, exactly. It's not, because I think it was one of those where the big chase in the middle is the best bit, so it doesn't have anywhere to go after that. Mad Max, sans Mad Max. Can't imagine why it's bombing. You're all bigots, that's why. To be fair, not much is as good as Mad Max 2, no. Because it's all practical. Yeah. But saying that, Fury Road's got a lot of CGI or effects in it, or layers or whatever. definitely buying that box set. But it does surprise you, yes. Richard Pryor was in the clouds in that interview. You can tell he was doing the interview's heading. A hot lemony drink he was on, I guess. Michael Crichton did the same story about a park going on filled with cowboys and dinosaurs, etc. Yes. And still people paid a lot of money to watch it. Those indicator bonds will come in handy. Probably just me being stupid. Why don't they do 2Ks of stuff and not just a 4K scan? Or 2 scans even. Okay. I don't know. It's... Because it all depends on the quality of equipment you got. So if I play a 4K on my Xbox onto my budget TV, it's not going to be as good as if I had a 10 grand TV and surround sound setup, is it? So, has any studio really released Silver Streak recently on Blu-ray? I can't imagine the shoe polish scene would pass through. No. Hey, blood, it's all right. Would rather get run over by a combine harvester than see the Crow remake spits. Ooh. See, everyone's saying that, but it could be awesome. Because what's that film he's got out? He's got an action film out, isn't he, this week? The guy that's playing the new Crow. So we'll see if that's any good. Hurry up and buy it, friends. 5,000 units. I've been harping on about it for a bloody month. It will sell well, I imagine. Yeah, 5,000 is not many. So Furiosa gives us Anna Taylor no joy. Is it just me? I don't know. Do you not find her attractive? Because I know her eyes are a bit weird. But could that not help? Because Charlize Theron is very attractive, even with a shaved head and fake arm. Imagine what that could do with you. It doesn't now. To be honest, really sad when I found out Richard Pryor and Wilder were never really friends. Yeah, exactly. 4 films together, but that was the only time they were together. Would happily be Bullock's pad. See, I knew that was coming. With the 3 seashells, yes. Or it's just the Hunker Chunker, yes, like calls it. And she wasn't turned on by that. High as a kite on Lemsip he was. Yeah, you take a Lemsip too... If you down that Lemsip too quickly, you're going to be off your tits. What the hell is the Hunker Chunker anyway? I'm more curious about that than the seashells. Yes. Silver Streak is Fox. Oh, that explains it. No more Fox. I think there was a Blue in America at one, but it cost them in now. Yeah, Silver Streak was always on the telly out of an afternoon, I remember. Welcome, Mason. Thank you. Boy Kills World, that's the thing. With the, and now if you can... was it Skarsgård, isn't it? One of the Skarsgård boys is the guy. So thank you, Mason. And welcome. Have seen the Crow trailer. There is zero possibility of this thing being any good. That's a shame. Yeah. Well, don't remake stuff. Because, yeah, if they made it... Because the Crow could be... Like, some of the sequels used a different character, didn't it? So just made him a revenge thriller. Why not do that? Just completely change his name in the opening story. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've done that one. If they remade Sledgehammer now, who would be good to play those 3 leads? I'm trying to think of someone now. Who could be... Trouble is, everyone I know is too old for it now. Is there any young people? Because I guess David Rash was in, late 30s when he did it? Gee, that's a trouble. Who's there now? They only use the same people over and over, don't they? Anyone got any suggestions? That's why Sly calls bedroom action film. Yeah, the Hunker Chunker. And many other names, doesn't he? Never knew Ahism was the thing. I started that. Anna Taylor-Joy has an interesting face. She has a haunted quality that seems right for young Furiosa. I haven't seen her in much, though. That's the other thing. I haven't seen her in much, but she does seem very nice in real life, anyway, when you've seen her in interviews. And I follow Richard Norton on Facebook, and he shows how he was training her to fight in the film. Good call, friends. Although I would love, at the end of their last film, Wilder held up a card that said "Partners Forever." Yeah, and then they never saw each other again. Sex via headsets, I'm surprised, hasn't happened yet. The way things are going, yes. Because the young people today don't like sex. Silver Streak is way cleverer than people give it credit for. Yes, indeed. Who was the director of that? Because it is a good sort of light Hitchcock film. Furiosa is flopping the same way Halloween 3 did. Oh dear. Yeah, there's no Mad Max. There's no Michael Myers. And Michael Myers says that, see? I know why. I don't know why they cut their losses and sell the Crow remake to a streamer. Clearly, no one is interested. The younger audience that like that sort of look. Yeah, no one's going to see it. I'd probably be at streaming 2 weeks like Fall Guy. Oh, do you think Gareth could get Graham Harper on? The BBC and ITV director. Is that a question? I think no. BBC's too highbrow for my channel. Let's have a look at his information. Great. Oh, there he is. Bless him. Doctor Who, Coronation Street, Custer's Last Stand-Up. He's only got his talent agency, but for you, Doctor, I will ask. Let's see just what else he's done. Is he still working? Oh, he's still working, bless him. Bloody hell. He's done Noddy in Toyland in 1957. Directed Hollyoaks. Oh, he's done Inside Number 9. Holby. Casualty. Let's go back a bit, see what he's done. Oh, 1972. Said Cars. If he's done Juliet Bravo. I was going to say if he's done Space 1999, but he hasn't. Bergerac. Okay. We can try. Boone. Who's that guy from Young Frankenstein with the eyes? Oh, Marty Feldman. Yeah, he is. I do for yeah, and it has she doesn't seem to smile much. I don't know if that's as the thing is these days. Walter Hill. Was it Walter Hill? Marty Feldman was the boggly-eyed guy. Demolish Man did predict stuff like Zoom meetings. It did. Marty, that's him. Yeah. Was it Arthur Hiller? That's it. After the Rings sounds right. Yeah, there it is. He googled it. Yes, he also. Yeah. There you go. I should just pick this up, shouldn't I? Maybe I'll watch this VHS later with the open mat Joan Severance shower. Oh yes, guess that's Friday to go because yeah, Moss said that earlier. Another welcome release. Silver Streak is strange. It's very watchable, but not. Yeah, it's not an out-and-out comedy, is it? There's a few funny lines when those two get together, but it's mostly played light. Shino Evil was the first film I remember that had subtitles built into the VHS tape. Well, how do I enable them? I can put them on my TV. I've never worked out how to enable closed caption. Yeah, it will never be not funny to be exactly. That is their best one together. Because Stir Crazy is another one that's got a few laughs, but it's mostly a prison film. Furious is number one at the US box office chart. So if that's well, the fact, yeah, because if number one, it went straight to number one, but it's just not making the money, is it? It's like the album charts, isn't it? Single charts, all the shit that's the number one for singles. If you look at them, so you know who's the favorite too. Yeah. Halloween 3 must have made a profit from just me buying it. There's many versions of it out there. Hanky Panky. Well, that's Richard Pryor on his own with was it Gilda Radner, wasn't it? Was that their first film? All depends on when it's number one. It's a slow weekend. Yeah, that is true. If it's a slow weekend, because what is it? Memorial Weekend. Is it June? Because that used to be the massive start of summer blockbusters, didn't it? Back in the 90s. You knew it. Was it that? Was that the one where Will Smith used to dominate with that Independence Day and all the other stuff he did? I can't think of. Men in Black. What else has Anna Taylor-Joy been? I've seen her in Furious and hear her voice in the Mario Brothers movie. Yeah, she's Peach. She was in that Edgar Wright Last Night in Soho, which was all right. Joan Severance open mat. Yes. I'll send you a copy, Michael. I have a soft spot for women in red. Yes, as a teenager, it was more of a wet patch, to be fair. Yes. If you want to see a fully nude woman in... what's her name? Kelly LeBrock. So you need to watch Woman in Red and pause it right at the right moment. How old's Jake Busey now? Jay Busey as a modern Sledge. He's wild enough, isn't he? But yeah, he's got to be in his 40s now, isn't he? Because he was Starship Troopers, The Hitcher 2 back in the day. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think See No Evil made a big deal of having closed captions for obvious reasons. Oh, yes, because it's for the deaf. And no, you can't make that film today because you'd have to have a deaf and blind actor in it. So good luck finding a couple that have the chemistry and can tell jokes. I think you have to have a special box to get the subtitles on. That's what I figured. I couldn't find any setting on any TV. I'll take Haunted Honeymoon over Hanky Panky. I haven't seen Hanky Panky, but I do like Haunted Honeymoon with them. Damn, who's the Captain Chaos and the werewolf? There's a werewolf right at the end. Always scared me. Oh yes, I would. Furious has a very large budget. Most of it is on screen. I don't see why the Fall Guy would cost 140 million. Films are costing too much. That is right. Because a lot of Fall Guy is practical, but they tidied it up with CGI. They show at the end all the stunts are pretty much real. But then, of course, they need CGI to make it look like it's in the place they did it. But yeah, I guess is Terminator 2 to blame with it? Because that was the first $100 million budget. But all that money is on screen, and they had a great story. But Harlem Nights, yes. Harlem Nights is in the 1989 list. We'll be coming up and discussing. But unfortunately, it isn't that funny. Richard Pryor doesn't have much to do in it. And then Eddie Murphy, he wrote, directed, produced, and starred in it, amongst other things. So he was being pulled in all directions. Funny About Love. Ah, yes. I remember that. Renting that. Oh, Eugene Wilder one. And he has bags of ice down his crotch to lower his sperm count. It was a bit crap. And I didn't like Haunted Honeymoon much. I only like it because of the old setting more than any. Kelly LeBrock. That's her. Thank you. Gene Wilder married the woman who taught him to read lips and see no evil. Oh, that's nice, I think. Miss LeBrock. I don't know if she'd do an interview because she's sort of retired, doesn't she? She's just horse riding on the beach. What did you tell her? I used to fancy you. She's in Wrongly Accused, of course. Hard to Kill, The Woman in Red, Weird Science. Direct Contact's Twitter. There's never a direct contact. And then, it's only got a talent agency. And they never normally reply. But we'll see. I like Richard Pryor more than most people I know in real life. Because what should I watch him in? The Doctor Impossible suggested a baseball film that was very good because it got Richard Pryor and Billy D. Williams and Darth Vader. Yeah, Dom DeLuise in drag. Disgusting. Or is it fucking funny? I can't remember. Halloween 3 is a fucking masterpiece. I was offended to like that. I love Halloween 3. From the soundtrack to the setting and everything in between. And the lovely lady that says, "Where are you going to sleep tonight, Dr. Chalice?" What do you fucking think, bitch? I've had 6 beers. Great film. I watched Haunted Honeymoon again for the first time in years recently. It still holds up in my eyes. There you go. So, I guess compared to stuff these days. Marley Matlin and the blind guitar player from Roadhouse, maybe. The blind guitar players were dead, so I don't know if Marley Maitland's still with us. Some kind of hero Savoy. Oh, some kind of hero Savoy. Have you seen it? Okay. Oops. Maybe not the Roadhouse kid. Just Googling. Yes, he died in the 90s. That's what I remember. Tarantino and Avery talk about Haunted Honeymoon on their video archives poster. They both love it. See? Must be good then if Tarantino knows it. Everyone loves Halloween 3. Anyone going to say no? Wrongfully Accused is bloody awful. Exactly. It's a low bar. Pryor has a lot to do in Harlem Nights. All the time sweating. Pryor has some good forgotten films. Moving is fun, for example. That's definitely an 80s film. I've got that on X Rental. But yeah, it's like you expect. Could be any comedian back in the day, like Chevy Chase or someone in that one, couldn't it? Big joke about him moving house. I think who's the guy that has multiple personalities that drives his car across country? Is it Dana Carvey? Because I always love Critical Condition and Bruce's Brewster's Millions might be my favorite Pryor film. I just love that film. I think he played. I think they played Haunted Animal for us in school once, and there was a trailer for Anthony Perkins horror film that wasn't Psycho. Was it the Ken Russell, Kathleen Turner one where she's a prostitute? Have you seen the Video Archives podcast where they talk about Firefox? It's a must listen to if you haven't. Oh, I love Firefox. I watched that again a few months ago. A lot of my comfort films when I was feeling poorly. To tell Kelly Brook what she already knows, your VHS copy has serious tracking issues at one point. What, my Weird Science, my Hard to Kill, and my... They're all damaged when you get her in the shower. Was anyone better than Anthony Perkins? He's so good. He was a lot more than just his psycho character, wasn't he? If you watch films, I do like him in what's it, North Sea Hijack, with where he's the bad terrorist and Roger Moore has to take him down. Right, this was supposed to be about Sledgehammer, but we'll talk about everything. But that's all right. We'll give it 5 more minutes because I've got to watch Turtles too, and I've had too many late nights. News alert. Yeah. Oh, a verdict on President Trump has been reached. That was quick. So it's either good news or bad news for him. Pryor Murphy together would have thought who'd have thought it'd be shit. Don't think they got along. That's the trouble because Eddie Murphy based a lot of his stand-up on Richard Pryor and talked about Richard Pryor as he loved him, grew up with him, and then got to work with him. So yeah, I would say Wrongly Fused has its moments, and I agree with Franz. I do like it better than Dracula Dead and Loving It, but I think it's better than Spy Hard. Oh, good. Thank you, Dr. Impossible. Well, thank you for all your questions. I forgot to mention that today. You and Ian were very great in the chat last night. I forgot to post that today, so I will do that later. So it is Dana Carvey. Yep. I want to get naughty. Yes, him. It was Crimes of Passion. That's the one. Thank you, Michael Myers. I listened to it a few weeks ago and it reminded me of you. I love Firefox. I never understand the hate for. No, I know people think it's slow, it's boring, but it's a Cold War thriller where all the good people helping him get slaughtered and he escapes. I think people are upset by the special effects. So some of them are a bit iffy, but as a film where he steals a plane is good. And it's Clint. Bet the open map for the show has seen no serious tracking issues. It's not my copy. I just picked it up in a collection. So we managed to talk about Sledge for 10 minutes. I went for about 45 minutes. I won't bother going through the rest of the amount of stuff, but yeah. Let's just see which my favorite episodes, okay? Let's do that at least. Not the last one. Not It Happened One Night where they get drugged. Not that one. Not that one. The one where Sledge, Rattle and Roll, where they investigate the death of a rock singer named Rat Vulture. Yeah, that's a good one with the punk band. That's not a good one. Model Dearest. They Call Me Mr. Trunk. Icebreaker with them. That's when a British agent that's played by Adamant arrives and he's not who all he seems. That's a good one. Hammeroid. I forgot to mention Hammeroid, where a robot's been robbing banks and stuff, and then turns out when Sledge finds it, fights, he gets seriously injured. So the scientist puts him in a RoboCop suit, and it's not as good as RoboCop's, but it's a good fun film spoof, that one. And yes, The Last of the Red Hot Vampires. See, it's mostly season 2 where there's a vampire killing people in the city and only Sledge can stop him. And I think Dressed to Call, where if new female radio psychologist moves to town and gets someone hassling her on the radio. Death of a Few Salesmen. Oh, these are all season 2. Where a car salesman dies on telly and then they investigate. Big Nazi on Campus. Yeah, it's all season 2 then. The Spa Who Love Me. No, not so much. And So season 1. Yeah, because I guess because season 1 I didn't see properly until the DVD. Because I thought, whoa, I've never seen all these. That was good. Oh, The Color of Hammer in season 1, where he plays Paul to win blackmail. So yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Yeah. That's about it. So, right. Let's just Sledgehammer talk. What's the one thing you want most people to rediscover about Sledgehammer? I don't know, because it's only 20, each episode is 23 minutes, so it's a good time. You'll have at least one big laugh, at least, in any episode. And they are mostly parodies of films, the whole episode, so everyone will have a good time. Asquith is doing fresh commentaries for all the confession films. There you go. They should look immaculate. I've seen stills from one and it looks like, yes, because they are a lot of nudity, so let's hope so. And a lot of famous actresses before they were famous in the stark, naked bollocks. Turtle, that reminds me of a meeting I once had and I needed to go to the toilet. Oh. I remember his Mr. Magoo basically. Oh, yeah, I never saw that because blind people were protesting it or something. How did they know where it was on? I need to dig out my Sledge box sets. I haven't watched them in a while, hence me not talking about it much. Definitely, France. Definitely worth a watch. It's only, what is it? It's only, if my mouse will work, there's 22 episodes and 19. So 41 episodes to watch. I think there's a unaired pilot, but I think it's just an extended version. Yeah. Secretly, oh, come on. Keep it clean. This is a family channel. I watched about 10 minutes ago. That's enough. Yeah, I saw the trailer. That was enough. I was never a fan of the character in the animated series. Firefox is ace, yes. And that's it. Warren Clark. Yeah, Warren Clark's in it with Clint Eastwood. And a very slow truck drive together. For some reason, I always regret not buying Harlem Nights on Betamax. That would have been a collectible, at least. There you go. Hemorrhoid was a takeoff on Robocop. That's it. That's a great one. You haven't heard... Oh, I haven't heard good things unless it was Airplane or Naked Gun. It's basically cack. Well, yeah, what is allegedly the very worst is, was it 2001, A Space Travesty? Where I think it's an Italian-made film and he was dubbed or he was the only one speaking English and it just didn't work. Firefox definitely ain't a terrible film. Oh, City Heat. Yeah, City Heat. Paul Clint's barely in it. And then Paul Burt got injured. Which was the Spy Who Loved Me episode. Ooh. Did I... Spy Who Loved Me. What happened in that one? It might not be... There was a Russian episode where he goes on a train, but that's more... that's more Silver Streak than that, I think. Comrade Hammer, that one is. A Soviet scientist with communist agents. That's about it. I would consider that not buying Nights of Victory. Yeah, every time I think, oh, I'll give it a chance, and then no, it's not worth it. Oh, ketchup on a fish finger sandwich, yone. Well, I always like cheese and salad cream, but I'd have pushed ketchup. Oh, yay, from Michael Myers. How do we get onto this subject? Hell yes, so I'll go one better. Branston Pickle. I don't think anyone outside the UK would know what that is, but that might be a bit too much. Firefox isn't terrible, but it takes too long to get to the action. It takes about 90 minutes. Yeah, if you're looking for an action film, Firefox is not it. Even when he gets to the plane, it's... Oh, yeah, Amsterdam. Is it just me that thinks Firefox is quite slow? I actually prefer City Heat, Jeff. Okay. Yeah, City isn't slow, but it just doesn't look like a period piece. Not even small chunk, Michael. I will have on crackers and cheese, and a sandwich, but that's about it. Warner's Brothers spent enough on fireworks. Considering the effects work was such a pain in the ass and the replica made plywood took ages to construct. Yeah, they had a lot of issues because the plane is so obviously fake in the clouds, which is a shame when Superman looks real and that was made before. Oh, ketchup Branston goes well with cheddar. Bastards making me hungry now. Always the last bottle in the cupboard opposite the brown sauce, daddy sauce. Firefox has grown on me tremendously since my first watch. Thought it was too slow as well initially, but like it more and more. City, I like you, dislike even more. I tried to watch it, yes. I'm the same. I grew up on Firefox. It was on always on, but City just was a waste of those two. They were barely together in it. Marmite. Marmite on toast is the only way I like it, with lots of butter. Repossessed is a good film. It's only 70-something minutes. But it's quite rare one, that one. It wasn't in Soul Man. Hang on, who's in Soul Man? The title was a spy. Let me hang on. Oh, it's fucking there. It's in my. I'm covering the mouse over here. It's The Spa Who Loved Me, which was the last episode of the first season, where a bevy of bikini-clad terrorists steal a nuclear warhead and threaten to blow up the city unless their billion-dollar demand is met. Sledge and Dory must trace the suspects to a health spa operated by an aerobics video magnet. Sorry, Franz. It was right there. Episode 22 of season 1. That's just me. I'm sure I'll be talking. Yes. Funny enough, yes. We will be talking Clint tomorrow. And Jeff's doing a video about his Clint collection. But there's one of mine. We'll be watching Gauntlet. A good old action film from the 70s. The Spa Who Loved Me last episode. Yeah, Turner Irish Blue knows more than me. The Repossessed is still funny. Hey, wait a minute. Sean Penn, cue a bunch of reporters being punched in the air. Yeah. And this, was it? Who's Jesse Ventura's on about wrestling? And he says, and the referee says, well, no, the commentator says, was it? At least steroids aren't taken in wrestling anymore. And then Jesse Ventura says, or any less. But that was good. Yeah, I watched it. Oh, we went to the cinema to watch City. I only saw it back on rental back in the day, and then last year I saw it again to give it a chance. Have you heard of a cup of beans? No, I haven't had a cup of beans. I've never been that desperate. I can't eat beans on there, and I have to eat with something. Toast, at least. Repossessed is very good. Yeah, I probably do Repossessed at Halloween. Maybe a double bill with The Exorcist. Convinced that Sean Penn had that scene cut from ITV. The thing wouldn't surprise me. But really tried hard to eat. Yeah, Clint. Clint does feel like autopilot. He just turns up when something has happened or doesn't bother to intervene if it's happening. Because he was the policeman and then Burt Reynolds was the private detective. But yeah, Burt Reynolds was trying his best. Oh, C. Thomas Howell. He's in Soul Man. Clint hated working with the effects so much. He didn't do it again till Space Cowboys. Yeah, I bet that was a lot easier for Space Cowboys. Thanks for the comments, suggestions, folks. There you go. Dad's mum's humping the priest. Dad, mum's humping the priest. I remember Dory wearing lycra naps. Yes, she does dress. Yeah, she does dress up a lot in some of the episodes, because the one that spoofs 40s noir detectives, she's got the long hair, and it's always in her eyes. She don't get it. I used to play Firefox Laserdisc game in arcades ages before I went to see the film. Bloody hell. I have to check that out. See what it looks like. Me and my mate saw Soul Man 3 times at the cinema. It does have a message. It is trying, but yeah, it goes down like a lead balloon these days. Oh, cup of beans with a sausage like a savior. You know? Oh no, I'm not hungry anymore. Yeah, it's underrated. It's pretty. Yeah, it's got a moral film, which is what it's all about. But other people just see, oh my god, he's doing blackface, and then they won't look at it. But he learns a lesson, which is the main thing about the film. What it's like to walk in someone's shoes, one with a sausage to eat. I am sure Leslie was in someone, but in a pretty straight role. Oh, Leslie Nielsen. I don't mind Firefox, but I'm no fan of Maurice Jarre's shit score to that film. I can't remember it. Yeah, it doesn't stand out. C. Thomas Howell. Sounds like Thomas is a werewolf. Very good. Good call, France. I still think it's ironic. Soul Man is basically an anti-racist film, but now it's super racist. Exactly. People just see the poster. I don't think he's not black on the poster, is he? Is Maurice Jarre related to Jean-Michel Shelter? I always assume so. The way Firefox ends is really weird to me. They talk about the Video Archives podcast as well. Yeah, because it just has an issue with flying, lands, refuels, takes off again, and then dodges some planes, and that's it. Well, maybe me and Jeff will tackle it one day. His son. There you go. I thought so. Do. I always remember Oxygen playing somewhere. Amazon Prime still had Solomon. Last time I looked, they hadn't noticed. Yeah, if Amazon hasn't noticed. Yes, he's got Peak Ray Dol Chong from Commando. And it's got Darth Vader as well. It's got a lot of people that must have read the script. So we'll take one more thing and say goodbye. Always too late. Yeah, I spend too much time Googling. I just get you guys to do it. So there we go. Thanks to everyone for joining me on this, what was supposed to be Sledgehammer. Not that any of you have seen it. But, so yes. What have we got this weekend? So, Gauntlet tomorrow night. Turtles 2 the night after, I think. No. Do I have any time off? Oh, Halloween 5 on Sunday. Bullet, at least, is on Monday. And then we're talking 1989, 200 to number 101. So, I will say goodbye to you all. Thank you for lasting this long. Hang on. Which would you rather watch? The whole series of Sledgehammer or the whole series of Dirty Harry films? Oh, shit. I love both. I'd watch Dirty Harry. There was a sequel to Firefox. Oh, yeah, I was going to say Firefox. I remember seeing Firefox Down as a book. But, yeah, I guess due to the film's failure, it never made a sequel. There's Jean-Michel references. Funny how I'm very random. The last episode of Father Ted. I forgot I was rewatching Father Ted. I never got that. Prime had private lessons uncut. Oh, last time I looked, and has more PC issues than Soul Man. Yeah. C. Thomas Howell got lucky and didn't have the talent or charisma of his peers stars. Discuss. Oh, ain't got time for that. But he did get lucky because he was in a lot of things. But seems to be an all right person. See you tomorrow. Yes, see you tomorrow, Jeff. Thanks for joining us. So, yes, thanks, Franz, for joining us. Thanks, Andy. Oh, fun live stream. That's what the main thing. Everyone has fun. Thanks, Savoy, for being here. Good night from Jeff. Cheers. Thanks for the Turn the Blue Irish for turning up. The doctor, as always, is in the house. And Bob. Night, Bob. Craig Thomas. Was from Cardiff, I think. Oh, was he? I've seen some of his books around. So, yeah. Take care, Ian. Thanks for being here on time. And me and Jeff will see you tomorrow night. So, take care, everyone. Have a good one. And I'll see you later.